So this is Honor Oak Community Centre, one of 23 in Lewisham that Steve Bullock decided to close down 2.5 years ago. He said he wanted to close them down, sell the land to build council housing on the sites, sell some of them and retain the sites of others. But we also need somewhere for our communities to have activities such as parent and toddler groups, weddings, funerals, all the kind of things that go on at this centre, which I became a trustee of when it became under threat. We launched a petition for this particular site, and I and other members of Lewisham People Before Profit contacted all the threatened community centres. We had a meeting where we planned our joint action to protect them against the attack from Bullock. And we had a very successful demonstration outside the Mayor and Cabinet meeting, and we continued that inside the Mayor and Cabinet meeting, and members of different governing bodies of different community centres made their representations as to why their centres shouldn't be closed. And there were well thought out arguments in every case. And Steve Bullock decided nevertheless to close nearly all of the ones he'd planned to, but gave a deference. So he said for this one in particular, 2 years he would defer the plan to close it, and for some others, including the Barnes-Wallis Centre just nearby here, which is also in my area, Telegraphville, 2-year deferment. And after 2 years, people wondered, well, is it meant to be closed? We hadn't heard anything. And the local councillors came to the AGM, the annual general meeting of this centre, last October, and 2 of the councillors said, no, there never was a plan to close it. I mean, what are they playing at? Everybody knows there was a plan to close it. We heard Bullock say that it would be closed, and they're pretending now, because of their tribal-like loyalty to Labour, that there never was a plan. Well, it didn't go down very well, I can tell you, with the people at the AGM. They knew that they had fought and that they'd won. If you don't fight, you can't win. But if you do put up a fight, you can win. And I and other people in People Before Profit have done this not only for community centres, but for libraries, for Beckenham Place Park, for council housing to prevent the mayor selling it off, and for the under 5s play groups. In fact, with the under 5 play groups, we didn't manage to prevent the council from withdrawing the funding, but I and other parents kept it running on a volunteer basis. And if I become mayor, if enough people vote for me on the 3rd of May, then we will reopen all these facilities and pay for them by partly capping council pay, but also by scrapping the PFI agreements that are such a drain on Lewisham's resources. PFI agreements that are just scams, just legalised theft, brought into place by Steve Bullock and other cronies in the Labour Party. Thank you.